All right, you guys are watching the Cam Rodgers Show here, presented by BetDSI. Let's go through the latest injuries across the NFL. And we start with one that is ultra important for the playoff hopes of the Green Bay Packers, of course. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Mike McCarthy either could not or would not say anything specific Monday regarding Rodgers' knee injury or his status for Week 2. Rodgers himself said he's just taking it one day at a time. And Rodgers said team physician Pat McKenzie had assured him that he could not do any more damage to his knee by going back into that Chicago game, so that's why he returned. McCarthy said that Kaiser will see a lot of work this week just in case. DeShone Kizer, of course, the backup quarterback there, and that's something you don't want to hear if you're a Packers fan. So in terms of Aaron Rodgers, it's a coin flip. Very much up in the air. We'll see if he practices today or maybe later this week. But as we stand right now, it's not looking great for Aaron Rodgers. But still, you saw what he did on Sunday night. This guy can battle through the worst of it. He's a real warrior out there, all right? So Rodgers is there in terms of the injury reports. Sticking with the quarterback position, Ben Roethlisberger suffered an elbow injury. It does not sound very serious. Mike Tomlin described it as typical, bruising and wear and tear playing in the NFL. Of course, the game went to overtime in Week 1 for the Browns and Steelers there. Tomlin also said that it wasn't the result of any specific incident for Ben Roethlisberger, described it exactly as just bumps and bruises. So, of course, the Steelers need Roethlisberger to be 100% for Sunday because the Kansas City Chiefs are coming to town, and you saw what the Chiefs did last week against the LA Chargers on the road, by the way, in LA. So the Chiefs could be road warriors this season, going into hostile environments and getting it done. Now, playing on the road against the Chargers is nowhere close to playing on the road against the Steelers at the big ketchup bottle. So we'll see if the Chiefs can kind of replicate what they did in Week 1 here in Week 2. But Big Ben seems to be okay. No guarantee he'll be 100% though. All right, folks, we've got the latest on Greg Olsen as well. He will be evaluated on a monthly basis. Refractured his foot against Dallas in Week 1. So Olsen does plan on foregoing his surgery until the offseason, which is an interesting note here. So that means, of course, he'll try to play through what he is currently dealing with. If the pain tolerance is good enough for him, then he'll give it a go for the Carolina Panthers, perhaps within the next couple of weeks here. Now, the team said Tuesday there are no plans for surgery at this time. Now, Olsen broke his foot nearly a year ago in Week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. He had surgery for that fracture, missed 9 games. So when you hear about refracturing, that's pretty rough. So hopefully Greg Olsen can be smart about this. I would really hate to see him get some long-standing chronic type of damage to his foot there. All right, folks, we're hooking you up with the #1 betting app or betting website out there, BetDSI. Folks, we're giving you a 120% deposit bonus. Simple. Promo code CAM120. That's it, CAM120, chatsports.com/bet. Use that code, free money. $100 in on that deposit, $120 in that back pocket for free. So we're talking about $220 in total. Yes, we are. So get it done, chatsports.com/bet. CAM120 is the way to go. Make those picks for Week 2 across the NFL. This guy is really no stranger to the NFL injury report. Ziggy Ansah suffered a shoulder injury in the first half of Monday's season opening 48-17 loss to the New York Jets. Absolute stunner, might I add. Ansah had a drive-halting sack on the Jets' second offensive series, but left for the locker room after just playing 3 plays in the second quarter. Never returned, by the way. So this is a guy who recently got the franchise tag from the Detroit Lions, and now you see why. Constantly on the injury report. Seems to be day-to-day. We'll see if he practices today for the Detroit Lions as they get going for the San Francisco 49ers. Not an easy matchup this week. Fantasy owners out there are wondering about Leonard Fournette. He is day-to-day with a hamstring right now, so his status for New England, we'll say questionable at this juncture. Fournette had a sleeve on his right leg in the locker room earlier on Monday, did not speak to the media, had 9 carries for 41 yards, 3 catches for 14 yards before that injury there against the New York Giants in Week 1. TJ Yeldon took over, performed pretty well, ended up with 51 yards, rushing, 3 catches for 18 yards, and a score. Now, the Jags are going to need this guy against the New England Patriots. If he can't go, or if he is not 100%, I may have to change my prediction this week, to be honest with you, because that's how important he is to the Patriots. And then finally, Doug Baldwin is expected to be out for a few weeks. By the way, Leonard Fournette, important to the Jaguars. I think I said the Patriots. Grade 2 partial tear on the right MCL for Doug Baldwin. So it sounds like it's going to be a couple of weeks for this guy. I would not expect to see him this week for Seattle on Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears. That means the likes of Tyler Lockett will have to bear more responsibility on that offensive side there. Lockett scored a touchdown in Week 1, so maybe he can replicate that in Week 2 against pretty darn good Chicago Bears secondary there, all right? So Doug Baldwin seems to be a knee issue that could last throughout the season. That was a report coming into the season, by the way, that Baldwin would not be 100% on that knee throughout 2018. Not great news here for old Doug and the Seattle faithful out there. All right, folks, that is the rundown with the NFL injuries. This is the Cam Rodgers Show presented by BetDSI. I am saying so long for now, but continue the conversation on Twitter, of course, at Mr. Rogers99. And, of course, I'll be interacting with you guys in the comments section off air as well. I'll see you back here Friday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Time.